Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be explaining to you how to improve lower back pain by starting with the low-hanging fruit, and that is your hip flexors. Your hip flexors are the muscles that connect your spine to your hips and actually go all the way into your kneecap, okay? So I'm going to show you how to stretch them with a incline bench. We need to have these muscles lengthened because since we squat so much, we deadlift so much, we sit so much, the muscles aren't in the correct balance that they need to be in. Stop doing these random exercises that you see on Instagram where you're doing these like weird spinal twists and you're doing like this, rounding your back, trying to fix back pain. The first thing you need to do is address the opposite side of the lower back. The reason being is because the hip flexor muscles, which is the opposite side, connects directly to your lower back. So the tightness and the strength of your hip flexors directly relates to your lower back health. The first one we're going to do is a couch stretch, but with an incline bench. So I would set the bench to about 45-ish degrees. If you're really tight, you're going to want to set it lower. The main thing we have to do here is put your knee on the bench, right in the crooks of the seat and the pad here. You're going to flip your shin against the bench like this, and we're going to lean back, okay? Now you can use your hands for support if you need to, and then you're going to feel a stretch in this quad area, okay? So that's one of your hip flexors, rectus femoris, and that's the lower hip flexor. It's really important that we stretch the lower hip flexor first because that can influence the tightness of the upper one, which is going to be more related to the lower back. So you can go back, you can hold this position. Ideally, you accumulate 60 seconds per side per set, and you do like 3 to 5 sets. I would say 1 to 3 times a week. Depends on how tight you are. If you're really tight in this position and this is not even accessible for you, you can actually set it lower. See how this would actually be easier to get into and actually stretch this position. So again, if you set it completely flat, you can make it very easy. And if you set it very high, it'll be much harder, right? So this is way harder, way more stretch. Again, I've been doing this for a while, so it's pretty easy for me, but it might be, it might take some time. Don't rip yourself apart, right? Just do the stretch, and over time, the area will open up. All right, so the second stretch I'm going to teach you is the long lunge, which is basically a front splits training, okay? We need to lengthen this front hip area because this is the area that is mostly likely shortened and pulling you into anterior pelvic tilt. When you get pulled into anterior pelvic tilt constantly, it compresses your lower back. So the first thing we're going to do is take a stance like this. Now, technically, I'm already in it, all right? I have the heel on the floor with the front leg, and I'm on the toes on the back leg. I'm just going to widen out, and I make sure I have a spot, so I have a bench with me to help me support my own body weight. Do not do this exercise without something to support you because you might fall over. You're just going to widen out to what is challenging but comfortable enough for me to hold the position. All right. Now you can straighten your legs. You can have them bent. I don't think it really matters too much as long as you feel that stretch here. And you're also going to feel it in your hamstring as well. Now from here, I'm just going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. This is my strength that I'm using to support my own body. Now from here, once you're done, you can just put your hands on the floor and then come back up. Ideally, you also have another bench here or another support so that you can, have 2 objects to balance on rather than one. I'm just using one for demonstration purposes. But yeah, again, for this one, you're going to want to accumulate 30 seconds per side, and you're going to want to do like 3 to 5 sets 1 to 3 times a week. So those are the 2 main stretches that I would recommend for the hip flexors and the quads. All right, so that's end of part 1 series of lower back pain. If you'd like to join my Skool community where I go over beginner, intermediate, and advanced levels of mobility, give you a structured routine so that you can actually achieve your mobility goals, get rid of stiffness, rid of tightness. You'll basically become the strongest, most mobile version of yourself that you could possibly think of in the least amount of time, so you're not wasting your time stretching randomly. If that's something that interests you, then I'll see you there. If not, I'll keep making content. I'll keep helping you out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See you later.